You've made it through security. Your seat's by the window. The plane's about to take off. But there's one thing that can turn your flight from smooth to silent tension at 30,000 feet. The flight attendants. They're trained to smile through anything. But there's a list of things that secretly drive them nuts. So if you want better service and fewer eye rolls behind the curtain, here are 15 things flight attendants secretly hate and how to avoid being that passenger. Let's start with the one mistake they all dread before takeoff. Number 1. Going to the bathroom during boarding. The boarding line is slowly crawling. You finally reach the door, and someone bolts for the bathroom. Sounds harmless, but it's a big deal. Flight attendants are timed during boarding. If the process runs long, it reflects on them, not you. When one person stops to use the lav, it holds up the line behind them, confuses the crew trying to count seats, and delays departure. Plus, those lavs, they're being cleaned and restocked during boarding. You're literally stepping into someone's workspace mid-shift. The better move? Use the restroom before boarding starts. Airport bathrooms are bigger, cleaner, and don't come with judgmental glares from 22 people behind you. Number 2. Bringing half your house as carry-on. You've seen them. The travelers lugging a roller bag, 2 backpacks, a neck pillow the size of a golden retriever, and a duty-free bag swinging wildly. And where do all those bags go? Into every overhead bin within reach, whether it's their row or not. Here's the problem. Cabin storage is limited. When you take more than your fair share, others are left scrambling, and the flight attendants are stuck solving a suitcase puzzle just to get everyone seated. Want to avoid the side-eye? Stick to one carry-on and one personal item. Use the space under the seat. And don't stash your backpack 4 rows ahead just because it's convenient. Be the passenger who makes things easier, not the one turning bin space into a battleground. Number 3. Unleashing smells into a sealed cabin. It happens every flight. Someone opens a plastic container of egg salad. Someone else slips off their sneakers, revealing socks that have been marinating since 6 a.m. Airplanes are sealed tubes of recycled air. Whatever scent you release, everyone gets to experience it. That includes strong perfumes, spicy fast food, or feet that smell like a hiking trip gone wrong. Flight attendants are trained to be polite, but that doesn't mean they aren't silently suffering. General rule: if it wouldn't pass the church pew test, it probably doesn't belong at 35,000 feet. Bring neutral snacks, wear deodorant, keep your shoes on unless you're confident your socks won't start a mutiny. Number 4. Ignoring them. Because you're in the zone. The movie's getting good, your noise-canceling headphones are on, you're locked in. Then you see a hand waving in front of your face. It's your flight attendant, trying to ask if you want coffee or tea. We've all been there, but here's the thing. Being present during service makes everything smoother. You don't have to make small talk. Just take off one ear cup and make eye contact. It's respectful. It's efficient. It keeps the drink cart moving. They're not interrupting your zen. They're making sure you get your ginger ale. Number 5. Asking to switch seats mid-flight. You see an empty row. You think, score! So you ask the flight attendant if you can move. But here's the truth. Mid-flight seat switching creates chaos. Weight distribution matters. Emergency protocols are tied to seating charts. And switching can delay service, mess up head counts, and confuse everyone. Want extra space? Book it, pay for it, or hope the gate agent reassigns you. But once you're airborne, treat your seat like a commitment. You don't want to play musical chairs in the sky. Number 6. Standing up during the seatbelt sign. The seatbelt sign comes on, a ding, a little turbulence, and someone decides now is the perfect time to grab something from the overhead bin. Spoiler alert, it's not. Even flight attendants buckle up during turbulence. If they're sitting, you should be too. Getting up during bumps is dangerous. You could fall, you could hit someone, or worse, you could get body slammed by the drink cart. Unless it's an emergency, stay seated and stay safe. Number 7. Pressing the call button like it's a game show. You need water, or maybe a blanket. Totally fine. But pressing the call button every 5 minutes for extra snacks, updates, or questions about your connection. That's how you get ignored. Flight attendants know who's buzzing non-stop. They're not being rude, they're triaging. Use the call button for real needs, and try not to treat it like a doorbell in a sitcom. Number 8. Asking what's on the menu. While holding the menu, you've had 90 minutes to read the in-flight menu. You've flipped through it 3 times. Then the cart rolls up and you say, "So, what do you have?" Look, it's not a crime, but it's frustrating. Flight attendants are on a tight service schedule. The longer you stall, the more people wait. Be ready, know your drink, pick your meal. And if you're still unsure, just say, "Surprise me. I trust you." You'll make their day. Number 9. Treating trash like it's invisible. The trash bag comes by. That's your cue. But instead, you stuff your used napkin into the seat back pocket like a raccoon hiding leftovers. Don't do that. Seat back pockets aren't trash cans. They're shared spaces. Hand over your wrappers. Hold onto your tissues until collection. And please, don't hand them garbage during drink service. The tray and the trash bag aren't the same thing. Number 10. Tuning out the safety presentation. The seatbelt demo starts. You pop in your earbuds, scroll Instagram, and zone out. Totally normal, right? But if something actually goes wrong, that info matters. Even frequent flyers can forget which exit is closest or how to use a life vest. Paying attention costs nothing, and it shows respect for the crew. Pretend it's the first time, or better yet, actually listen. It might save your life. Number 11. Touching a flight attendant to get their attention. Tapping someone's shoulder? Okay. Grabbing their waist, their leg, their ankle? Absolutely not. Would you grab your server at a restaurant like that? No? Then don't do it at 30,000 feet. Use your voice. Use the call button. Wave politely, but keep your hands to yourself. Number 12. Filming the crew without permission. You saw a viral video once. Someone filmed a flight attendant mid-disagreement. It blew up. Now you think, maybe I should film this interaction. Please don't. Recording the crew without their consent is intrusive. It escalates tension, it distracts from safety, and it rarely solves anything. If you have a concern, report it after the flight. Don't be the person shoving a camera in someone's face mid-shift. This isn't YouTube drama, it's a workplace. Number 13. Blocking the galley. You stretch your legs. You wander to the back. You start hanging out near the galley. Chatting, leaning, checking your phone. It feels harmless, but it's not. That space? It's the crew's only workspace. They prep drinks, manage meals, handle medical issues. You wouldn't hang out in a restaurant kitchen. So don't loiter in the galley. Take a lap, use the aisle, then head back to your seat. Number 14. Pretending you didn't hear the announcement. The plane's descending. The announcement says, seat backs upright, tray tables stowed. And yet, yours stays tilted, just a little. You pretend to be asleep, or busy, or unaware. They know. You know. Just adjust your seat. It's for safety, not a debate. And they're not going to argue with you about physics and crash angles. Be a grown-up. Sit up. Number 15. Leaving behind a disaster. The flight's over, you pack your things and go, but leave behind a mess. Crumbs, tissue balls, empty wrappers, that used stir stick from your ginger ale, still rolling on the tray table. Flight attendants don't just disappear after landing, they turn that plane around. Fast, sometimes in 30 minutes. Help them out. Take your trash, wipe down your space. Pretend your mom's checking your seat before you leave. A clean row is a classy exit. Let's start with something chilly, literally. Window seats are great for the view, but did you know they're also noticeably colder? The air outside the plane can drop to minus 140 degrees Fahrenheit. That external cold transfers through the plane's walls, and the window seats? They get the worst of it, especially during summer when you're dressed light. If you love sitting by the window, layer up, or just ask the crew for a blanket. Simple fix, major comfort upgrade. Next, let's talk about what you're drinking. Hot drinks like coffee or tea? You might want to skip them. Here's why. The water used to make them often isn't clean. It comes from tanks that are rarely sanitized properly. Studies found E. coli and staph bacteria in that water. Some flight attendants refuse to drink it themselves, so if they're avoiding it, maybe you should too. Instead, ask for bottled water or juice. Much safer, much smarter. Here's something you probably don't want to hear. The dirtiest spots on the entire plane? They're not the bathrooms, they're the tray tables and seatback pockets. Yeah, those pockets in front of you? They're full of trash from previous passengers, used tissues, food wrappers, random junk, and tray tables. Flight attendants say people actually change diapers on them. Diapers. So do yourself a favor. Bring disinfectant wipes, keep your stuff in your bag, and never, never put food directly on the tray. So there you have it. 15 things flight attendants secretly hate. And now that you know, you'll never have to wonder whether you're getting the polite smile or the silent eye roll. Flying doesn't have to be stressful. A little courtesy goes a long way. For the crew, for your seatmate, and for your own sanity. If you learned something new, hit that like button. Share this video with the travel buddy who definitely needs to hear it. And subscribe for more real talk from the skies. Fly smart, stay chill, and maybe keep the tuna at home.